your name and talk about where you're currently living?
Yeah, my name is Tom Carlin, and we are living in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Excellent. And what about your experience in Wilmington made you want to do this interview with us?
You mean what I would do, like to have an interview with you?
Yeah, like what do you have to say about Wilmington that made you want to share it with people?
Okay, it's a very nice place to live. Coming from the West, we have been in California, mainly due to family and career. We've been in California, Arizona, Nevada, Colorado, New Mexico. I had some health concerns with the altitude in the Denver area. And my doctor recommended maybe it would be good to get to a lower altitude and cleaner air. There is some air quality problems around Denver due to some oil and gas drilling near there and other things like ozone pollution. Well, we recently retired. Family has upped and moved away. And our friend said, well, why don't you just start looking? Well, where do we start looking? And I cannot remember where we found best places, probably on an internet search, but we found best places. And we said, well, here is a good way to start because of the comprehensive information that Best Places was giving us then. And this is back in the fall of 2021. So it's been a while, but I will never forget and be so thankful for the information that we got. We had a big whiteboard that we put all the criteria that we wanted, like quality of life, uh, quality of the air and the climate, and the population. And we narrowed our list down from maybe 10 or 12 places in the country, not too many places that met most of this criteria. We narrowed it down to two places, Wilmington, North Carolina, and Olympia, Washington. And we said, okay, let's just get on an airplane, go to both of those places, check out the vibe at each of these places, talk to a realtor, look at what's available, but not make any decisions. Well, as fate would have it, we flew out of Wilmington. 2 days later, we were signing a contract on a house to be built on a piece of dirt. And we thought, okay, but there's a lot that can be told about how it just seemed right when we got here. The city seemed right. Wilmington is only about 125,000 people. And New Hanover County is, again, maybe another 125 for a total of maybe 250,000 people in the whole county. Well, coming from a 1 million to 2 million population area like the Denver area, this was just wonderful, wonderful size for us here in Wilmington. When we went home, packed up, sold the house, got a very good price for it, able to come here and afford the home that we settled on and are settling in. Well, we're still settling in. But Wilmington is, so we never got to Olympia, Washington, because the vibe here was so good. We had signed a contract and things just felt good here. The people that we met, the realtor, the many people that she introduced us to in the business community, they were very welcoming, very generous with information about the city. And we just felt, okay, this could be a wonderful home. And it has turned out to be a very wonderful home here. Wilmington has the thing we miss most is that the Denver had 5 major league teams. The Avalanche, which won the Stanley Cup last year, Denver Broncos, they're another story, and the Nuggets, and on and on. We miss that. We miss the professional sports teams that are here. You got to travel 3 hours to Charlotte. The Panthers are that's kind of a so-so team. But we do have the University of North Carolina Wilmington campus here. And it's a great campus, and it has thousands of students. And we went to a basketball game just the other night. They played the College of Charleston, South Carolina, and they lost, but it was an exciting game. The students are great there, lots of enthusiasm. So we're learning slowly but surely a lot about Wilmington, and we think it's a wonderful place. We're only 30 minutes from some of the greatest beaches like Wrightsville Beach, Carolina Beach, Myrtle Beach down south a ways, so right over the border in South Carolina, only an hour away. So, and yet we are inland. Believe it or not, we're not right on the coast. We're not on the shore. We are 15 to 20 miles inland. And so that and Wilmington has everything that we want, from medical to retail to a diverse population. And that's kind of in a nutshell about what we have found when we moved here. And you always wonder, well, are we going to have buyer's remorse? No, that has not happened. We have not had buyer's remorse. We've had buyer's delight, actually, with the way our home got built and completed, and how we're able to make it our home and our yard, and what we want to do, we do. So, like I say, it's like having hardly ever been or east of the Mississippi River, these Western guys here, we have found this to be a wonderful place in the country. And, the South is nothing like the old myths of the South. It's really, truly is the new South. And it's changed, it's diverse, it's more open, and still we share in the struggles that the rest of the country shares in, with red versus blue, and the Dems versus the Republicans, and conservative versus liberal, which you have everywhere in every state. That's it's very exciting here. Things are very proportionately, what do I want to say? They're proportionately equal in giving us what we like. We're kind of political junkies, and we watch politics pretty intensely. And yeah, we feel being here in eastern North Carolina, it's a great place to live. Can I elucidate any more, Alex?
Yeah, well, this is a little bit more specific, but if somebody were to come like visit you for the day, is there like a local thing that you would take them that they should see?
Okay, we would definitely go to the beach, Wrightsville Beach or Carolina Beach. It's just really a half-hour drive to the beach. So it's kind of like, going down to the shopping center. But at the beach, the shore or the beach, it's a new world. It's a whole different world. You step into a whole different world. And that's where I would take somebody for a day. And then go around, look at the university campus, look at our retail opportunities here, take them out for some good seafood while they're here. That's a must. And just to enjoy our neighborhood too. We live downtown, which is a very old part of Wilmington. Wilmington got started in the late 1700s. And so it's seen a lot of history, and there's a lot of history here. And if any of our friends are interested in history, we can take them to uh, just right around the block is where the Wilmington 10. You can look that up. And the Wilmington 10 uh, hid out in a church here, and they were arrested and thrown into jail, and later exonerated and pardoned by the governor of North Carolina. So there's a lot of civil rights history here, including the 1898 massacre, where they say it was a coup d'etat, where one group of people came in and threw out the elected Black government of Wilmington and drove Blacks out of town. And that was a one of the very, very sad tragedies uh, of the post Civil War era, at height or Jim Crow era, which still you feel every day here in Wilmington, and you read every day that there's still that civil rights struggle that everybody is trying to overcome and make better every day. So that's something we were not used to out west, where the culture of people, mix of people are different. And back over there, it's heavily Hispanic. That was part of the country settled by Spain. And of course, you have all of the Spanish and Mexican and Central American, Latin American influence. But over here, it's different. It was settled by the English and the Germans. And of course, with the tragic slave history that was here in the plantations, you feel that history every day here. But this is still a part of America, and a lot of people who are here are from different parts of the country. A lot of people move here from the cold north, or they come up here from Florida where it's too hot for them. So they seem to settle right here in North Carolina, and Southern Virginia, and Northern South Carolina, where the temperature is more moderate. We have cold winters here, no doubt about it. We're living in one now, and we have hot, humid summers in July and August, 90 degrees with 90% humidity. So it's stifling, I found. But then again, everything is air conditioned. And so when people come to visit, that's what I would do, and spend a little time with the history, go to the beach, enjoy some seafood. That's what I would do.
Excellent. And then finally, do you have any advice for people who might be moving to Wilmington in the near future?
Yeah, about what?
For people who might be moving to Wilmington in the near future?
Advice for moving. I would say, of course, plug into best places, learn as much as you can. Um, and read the local newspaper here. We have a very good local newspaper, the Star News. And it's the really, and Port City News comes second, but Star News is great. The last few months of Star News, you will get a good sense of the politics, the culture, the entertainment, all of those things, the emphasis on education and business, and where what's happening in business, what's happening with corporations, small businesses. That's what I would recommend. And just then start calling. You see something interests you, say, hey, I see that you're a tech company and I'm a tech worker. Do you have any jobs here with you? And that's what I would do.
Excellent. Thank you so much for talking with me today. It was super great to get to know you. Do you have anything else you want to share before we sign off?
I don't think so, Alex. Just thank you for the opportunity, and welcome to Wilmington. we have a very active filming industry here. the old Screen Gems has relocated here, and there's 2 or 3 studios that have been built and are expanding. And so there's a lot of filming here for various movies and TV series. So like One Tree Hill, that was a big thing that people still talk about here. So thank you. I guess that's all.
Yes.
We'll talk
Yeah.
to you
Have a
later.
great day.
Bye bye now.
Bye.